Welcome students. So in today's class we shall be starting with our new topic of water soluble vitamins. So let us first start with the first water soluble vitamin, that is vitamin C. So it is a versatile vitamin, also known as commonly a very versatile vitamin. And it plays an important role in human health and diseases. So recently its use in treatment of COVID-19 is also quite high, as the mega doses of vitamin C are used to improve the patient's health, whereas it is basically used for treatment of scurvy that is caused by deficiency of vitamin C. So it is the disease that is associated with the mariners. So now let us see the chemistry. Ascorbic acid is basically a hexose derivative and closely resembles to the structure of monosaccharides. So basically we can say it is containing 6 carbon atoms. So here you can see it is containing 6 carbon atoms. So it is an hexose molecule. So students, remember that this is the structure for vitamin C, also known as L-ascorbic acid in its reduced form. So L-ascorbic acid in its reduced form. So students, this reduced form is the active form of vitamin C, whereas the D-ascorbic acid is an inactive form. So it is a strong reducing agent. L-ascorbic acid easily undergoes oxidation to form dehydroascorbic acid, and this reaction is a reversible reaction. So it gets easily oxidized. So here you can see the double bond over present, and this is the oxidized form of ascorbic acid known as dehydro L-ascorbic acid. And it is the oxidized form, always remember. And it also undergoes hydration reaction, but it is an irreversible reaction. The hydration reaction is an irreversible reaction that leads to an inactive form of ascorbic acid known as diketo L-gulonic acid. So now let us see how this gulonic acid is formed. So it is also a 6 carbon containing compound. So first of all, let us draw the basic structure. The 6 carbon atoms. So now the addition of a water molecule is here, that is represented by blue color. So this is known as the diketo L-gulonic acid. and this may further lead to formation of oxalic acid also. The further degradation leads to formation of oxalic acid. So, this is the basic chemistry of the structure of ascorbic acid. You can see from the L-ascorbic acid, it forms the dihydroform, then the diketoalgulonic acid under hydration, and ultimately it leads to formation of oxalic acid. So, what are its basic biochemical functions? So, the biochemical functions include, so let us write the biochemical functions first. The most important biochemical function is the collagen formation. So, it is the fiber of the connective tissue, the collagen. So, vitamin C plays an important role of the coenzyme in the hydroxylation of proline and lysine, while protocollagen is converted into collagen. So, the hydroxylation reaction is catalyzed by hydroxylase enzyme. So, let us see what happens. So, the protocollagen form is converted into the collagen form. So, I shall be drawing here the protocollagen form of the proline. Students, the structures are quite difficult, so practice them as much as you can, so that you can easily draw them. So, it is the structure of proline I am drawing here, and it is the nitrogen containing amino acid. So, this is the structure of proline, protocollagen, and now in presence of ascorbic acid as a coenzyme, this proline protocollagen is converted into the collagen fiber. So, it also involves the formation addition of alpha ketoglutarate and a molecule of oxygen, and ultimately a water molecule is released out with succinate and carbon dioxide. So, this is the ascorbic acid dependent hydroxylation, and the end product that is formed is the hydroxyproline collagen fiber. So, how does this form? The structure is similar to the precursor of the proline containing protocollagen. So, here you can see an addition of one OH compound is there, and this is the hydroxyproline. So, you can see here that structure difference is, now there is an addition of an OH group, this is the hydroxyproline. So, this helps in the collagen formation, and this is useful in maintenance of the normal connective tissue and wound healing process. Students, the next important biochemical function is the bone formation. So, bone tissues, the matrix collagen and the inorganic calcium phosphate, the vitamin C is required for the bone formation. Then for the iron and hemoglobin metabolism, Then for the tryptophan metabolism, so I am just highlighting the major biochemical function, otherwise they are having a quite descriptive detail for which we will have to understand them one by one. So in this video I shall be only highlighting the major biochemical functions. Then in the folic acid metabolism, then for the corticosteroid hormone, the synthesis of corticosteroid hormones from the adrenal glands. Then the immunological function also. So in the immunological function, it enhances the synthesis of immunoglobulins and increases the phagocytic action of leukocytes. So these are some of the major biochemical functions that are related with the vitamin C. So the deficiency of vitamin C, we all know, leads to scurvy. This is also known as Mariner's disease, and it is characterized by spongy and sore gums, loose teeth, anemia, swollen joints, fragile blood vessels. The dietary sources involve basically the citrus fruits, first of all, like orange, lemon, then the gooseberry. So in the common name of this gooseberry we all know is amla. Then also in the spinach, cabbage. Whereas milk is a poor source of ascorbic acid, vitamin C. It is very poor source of vitamin C. So students, I hope now the vitamin C is clear to you all. So how the active and inactive forms are there, then the biochemical function of the collagen formation, the other biochemical function associated with, and how it prevents from the scurvy, and its dietary sources. So revise it and learn the structures. Thank you.